This is gonna be fun.
You'll find out what this one is for in just a little bit here.
splintered, but might be able to make that work. Maybe. There you go. I think I can make that work.
Now, to be honest, that was probably the most stressful glue up I've ever had in my life. That just did not go well, and most of it wasn't even on camera because it was just, I couldn't take time to turn the camera on and off. So, sorry about that, but yeah, it really didn't come out quite the way I wanted one. This one doesn't have as much curvature as wanted. This one is pretty close, but not exactly what I wanted. And I may end up completely redoing that in the future and going all through it because I really want to do these up well. But I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. I might end up going with these just as it is because it might be kind of interesting to have the two curves slightly different. But I want to leave this build here for today and actually take you over to the computer and show you the actual design of it. And what I want to do with this, it's a little bit different because this will be a bit different from some of the other impossible tables you've seen in the past. Welcome to my computer. Let's go over here and take a look at the Sketchup file. Now, I don't have plans for this right now other than this Sketchup file. Once I actually get this all done and designed and I work through some of the kinks that I need to do in real life, then I will release plans for this. So if this is an old video, there might be plans in this description. If not, then just hang on. When I get the final video done, I'll have plans for it. So if you haven't seen an impossible table like this, it's a really interesting design. Basically, this whole top slab is supported by this center cable. So this center cable is holding everything up. So it's in tension here. And then these other cables around the outside are there to basically balance the top. So if I put weight on this side, this edge will then be cantilevered, and these two cables will then be in tension, holding this side up. And vice versa. If I put weight on this corner, the other two cables will then be in tension, holding up this corner. It's a ingenious design and one I've been wanting to make for a long time. And I've seen a few other little tables like this. But this one is one that I want to be a step different. I want it to be fully functional. I haven't seen an actual fully functional coffee table yet. And this one will be able to hold 400 pounds. Basically, everything is determined by the test strength of this. This is an 1/8 inch stainless steel cable, and it'll have a working load of 400 pounds and a breaking strength of 2,000. So it'll be more than strong enough to hold this up. The top will be about 50 pounds, so you'll have about 350 pounds you could put on top of this without any problem at all. And the other nice thing about it is that cable will actually run through these arches. So it'll actually terminate up inside of the top here. It'll run through this arch, come out the bottom of this arch, then it'll come up and run through this arch, and then in the bottom, it's going to come out and then go to a termination location over here. And in between the termination location where it comes out, there's going to be a turnbuckle recessed inside of this slab. That turnbuckle will allow me to adjust the strength of this. On top of that, having the cable running through this will basically turn this into a post-tensioned beam. So this post-tensioned beam will want to straighten out. It'll want to put the force back into it. So it actually strengthens these arches. Now the arches are well stronger than they need to be. They're incredibly strong for what they have. And as they are, they're probably stronger than the cable or close to it. But having the cable run through it will actually add strength to it. So it will be an incredibly durable connection here. And then all these cables out here will also be terminated inside of this slab. So all you'll see is the cable coming out. Then the cable will go down through the bottom through a small grommet. So you won't see any hardware in here. When it comes out the bottom, it'll go through a rounded slot over to a termination location with a turnbuckle in between. So all of these cables will have their own turnbuckle so that they can all be adjusted and you can get that work just right on there. And you won't see any hardware. All you'll see is the arches and the cables running through and terminating inside of the block, which is something I really wanted because I wanted this functionality, but all I wanted to see was the thin cable coming through. So the whole thing looks like it is entirely self-supporting as it is, but you don't see like eye bolts and other things like that I've seen in others. So this is one that I'm really looking forward to. You can see why it's taken me almost a year to really to dive into this. The slabs, these are basically just placeholders, but the slabs will have an epoxy fill for the holes and a little bit in the edging just to make them look a little bit simpler. I'm thinking about like a very light metallic blue. Yeah, of course I'm doing that. But I'm really getting excited about this. I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas on this. What do you think I could do better? Do you think I need that fourth cable or three enough? What do you think I should do on this? What would make this better or more functional or more aesthetic? There will be a lot of chamfers and edges, and all the cable entrances and exits will be rounded, so there won't be any pinch point on the cable. And yeah, this is taking me back to my theater days of my theater engineering of rigging and exciting. So yeah, there's the design. So there you have it. This will be a very different Impossible table. I know you've seen a lot of them out there, but this one will actually be a functional coffee table. I want to be able to make it capable of holding 400 pounds plus on it. It is going to be an actual table with no hardware, so it looks kind of impressive. Be kind of interesting experimenting and playing with new things and the arches, and this is going to be a fun one altogether. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to throw these away and redo them. I'm thinking I'm going to keep them. I think they're actually pretty close to what I'm wanting, so I might end up going with them, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Next time we're actually going to be doing these slabs here, and these are massive slabs from the desk project. These are cut-offs off the end of the desk that I made. They actually come from the same tree as my desk and my dining room table. I am thinking I'm going to be selling this project, so if this is something that interests you, let me know. But I don't know. We'll see. I already have a coffee table. I don't need another one, but I don't know. We'll have some fun. I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas. What do you think I should do on this? What would make it kind of interesting? It'd be kind of cool to see those in the comments down below. I think that'll about do it for today. I do want to say a huge thank you to the patrons on Patreon and members here on the channel, people who click the join button. You are the ones keeping the lights on and keeping Wood by Wright going. Without you, this channel would not exist. Particularly, I want to say a shout out to JT over at DFM Toolworks. He is one of our top supporters on Patreon. He's the same guy I buy card scrapers from. He has a lot of other cool hand tools for sale. Links to that down below. So I think that's it for today. And until next time, have a wonderful day. This table is going to be impossible.